My name is Rachel, and I'm the mother of Hersh Goldberg-Polin. Hersh is 23. He's a dual American-Israeli citizen. He's a civilian who was at the Nova Music Festival, as you all know, on October 7th. And before being stolen and kidnapped into Gaza, his dominant arm was blown off at the elbow. And for the last 166 days, I live on a different planet than all of you. All of us hostage families do. Every morning I get up and I put on this costume of a person and I pretend to be human. Because if I do what I feel like doing, which is lying on the floor and weeping, I can't save my only son and I can't save anyone. When thinking what message I would share with the diaspora at this moment in our Jewish story, I think of Ishmael from Sefer Breshit. When he and his mother Hagar were cast out into the desert, you know, Ishmael runs out of water and he begins to die. And the text describes him crying out to God to save him. And just as Hashem is about to save him, our Meforshim tell us that the Malchei HaMelachim say to God, God, what are you, bananas? Do you know who this person is going to be the father of? Don't save him. He's going to be the father of all the future enemies of your people. He will be the father of Amalek. He will be the father of Haman. He will be the father of the Nazis. He will be the father of all the future enemies of your children. But our God is a God of mercy. Our God is a God of compassion. Our God is a God of grace. And he saves him. He saves the future father of all of our pain. We are created, B'Tselem Elokim. We are told in Vayikra, be holy, Hashem is holy. We are told in Devarim, walk in God's ways and be godlike. And I think to myself, if God saved Ishmael, who he knew would be the progenitor of all of our future enemies, how much more so, Kal v'chomer, must we save our people now? In Gaza right now this morning, we have grandfathers, brothers, sisters, fathers, spouses, sons and daughters. Remember, there are still 19 young women in Gaza who are all presumed to be pregnant now because of the abuse they have suffered. We need to save our people. We say we are an Am Kadosh. Kadosh is a funny word. It's always hard to explain. In English, we like to say it means holy, sacred, hallowed. But actually, Kadosh means different, separate, special. Part of being different and special is that we will do things that seem extraordinary. For example, we will pay a high price to get innocent people back because we value life and we think it's precious. And that is what makes us a holy people, a different people, an Am Kadosh. And so paying a high price should be something we are proud of and we lean into and we embrace. As my husband John has said, the price to bring home these people will be high, but the price not to bring them home will be higher because we will never recover as a people. We will no longer be the nation who can claim to value life. And we will have to look our children and our grandchildren in the eye and say to them, I love you in sweet dreams. But if someone comes and drags you from your bed in the middle of the night, we are not coming. And then we really will have lost because we will not be recognizable to ourselves. We will look in the mirror and see a stranger blinking back at us. People are getting comfortable with the idea that there are hostages, and that is absolutely unacceptable. To be Jewish means to make hard choices that are righteous. To be Jewish is to embody compassion. To be Jewish is to be godly. Now is the time to use your voice. Now is the time for the diaspora community to speak resolutely and with conviction to the men who are in power. who will be deciding the destiny and identity of the Jewish people going forward forevermore. We stand here at a crossroads from which we can never undo this next choice. Now is the time for the diaspora to tell the leaders of this country who are not thinking straight because they are still speaking from a place of continual, unending, throbbing, sharp, ongoing, guilt-ridden trauma. This is the time to act the most holy we, the Jewish people, have ever acted in our history. This is the time to do something out of the ordinary, the likes of which have never been seen in any people's history. Now is the time to save 134 innocent souls for no other reason except that it is holy and it is the most Jewish response to October 7th that can possibly be done. It is the singular, solitary, and only way that our entire people, our entire nation, will ever heal from the agony and shock that has torn the soul of our nation to its core. I pray with all my heart and soul that the next time I see all of you, Hersh will be right here next to me. He will actually love it here because he loves to read. Now go out, my friends, and be holy.